I seen a clip today where a chick was literally trying to justify if a woman is in a relationship and she got a work husband. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. All these females got work husbands, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Especially them plant women, you know what I'm saying?
Man, what?
them plant women, boy, let me tell you.
Plant women be having whole different lives.
Man, that's why they be working the ones that come in at 10 o'clock. Man.
10 o'clock.
Bro.
No, when they come, they leave. They been at home all day, sleeping and chilling, enjoying their life. They come and work at 10 o'clock, be flirting like a motherfucker with the boy.
Listen to me.
Changing numbers, trying to plan little windows where they can sneak out the crib.
If I'm in a relationship with a woman and she talk that work husband shit to me, bro.
They bring their work niggas some food and they cook for their nigga.
Man,
hey, listen.
And snuck off on break.
If I'm with a woman and she talking about work husband, she dismissed right there on the spot. Ain't nothing to talk about. You gone. That's it. You out of there.
Anita. What if watch this shit? She gonna tell you he's an element.
I don't want to hear it.
You know the element OP community there gets the show shut down.
He's an element OP, you know what I'm saying?
We don't let that nigga pay your bills. Let him pay your bills. Let him protect you. Let him provide for you.
Blue Lightning. No entertainment, baby.
Yo. What's the deal, good people? P Smooth here with Too Real TV. Another episode coming at you along with my co-host, CJ.
What's cracking? MWE, to the mother E.
And today we got a very special episode. This was actually inspired by a post that was shared by my cousin.
What's up?
Yeah, of course I got him tagged in it. And matter of fact, let me go ahead and make some of these other tags that I didn't get to do because it wouldn't let me tag them. So to give you guys some context, it was a post that was it was a status that a woman put up that was geared towards the men. And it was asking, men, would you date a woman that is dating multiple men? So my cousin put the caption of asking, what's your take? So the question I asked him was, would you marry a promiscuous woman? I think that is an honest question. And then it was, a couple of women that came in the comment box that felt the need to defend against the question I was asking. And they were raising the issue of the actual meaning of promiscuity. And what happened is they were actually they was like mixing up what I was talking about. They were pretty much saying that, trying to make it seem like I was making dating synonymous with being promiscuous. But in all actuality, I was talking about somebody. What's up, Kenny? Yeah, but in all actuality, they were saying like, oh, well, promiscuous means sex. And that's partially correct. So that's why we're coming to talk about this tonight and bring some clarity to it, some education, and also to learn as well from people who may have other perspectives or what have you. Right. So before we start, let's define the word promiscuous, because that was one of the things that the girl was saying was she was saying, oh, you need to look up the definitions of dating and promiscuous. They're two totally different things. Promiscuous means sex.
So basically we have is having or involving many casual or indiscriminate sexual partners. Basically.
And then, well, no, we gotta give the whole definition. So,
well, that's also.
Yeah, having or involving many casual, indiscriminate sexual partners. It also refers to a lack of indiscrimination or selection in any context. Such as random mixing of elements. Hazardous? I guess that's supposed to be hazard actions, or in computing a network mode that allows that accepts all traffic. So it says in the sexual context, it could be casual, loose, unchaste. General, it could be indiscriminate, random, mixed, unselective. You can also, it also has where you can be emotionally promiscuous, where you just easily fall in love with people. And then if we look up the etymology of the word, which is the history of the word. So
taking a class.
Yep. If we look up the etymology. So promiscuous, the etymology of the word, it originates from the Latin word promiscuous, mixed or indiscriminate in common, derived from the prefix pro, which means forward or intensive, and miscare, which means to mix. So this word actually was a word that was introduced to the English language in the 1600s. It originally meant a disorderly, unseparated mixture of people or things, later shifting to mean indiscriminate or casual behavior. So the application of indiscriminate sexual relationships didn't even come until the mid-19th century, which was the mid-1800s. That's when it got the notion of meaning casual sex. But in all actuality, what promiscuous means is to mix and to be indiscriminate in your behavior, in your decision making, in the people you deal with, everything like that. So now that we've given the history of the word and also the meaning of the word, let's break it down here. So the women, they were coming at me saying, oh, you were wrong, yada, 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 yada. Promiscuous means sex. So I just gave history on the word. Promiscuous originally didn't even mean sex. And it don't just encompass sex. So, in all actuality, there's many ways that you can be promiscuous. It can be not only in sex, but in dating multiple partners, having emotional, just think about people who are quote unquote dating right now and they still got these emotional attachments to other people, yet they're with this person. And then you even have people who they still act on those emotional attachments. You see what I'm saying? So, bro, you want to come in and give your take on, on some of this?
About the promiscuity of having what's the difference? Well, to me, that's kind of in my
What up, Blake?
definition as well. Having multiple partners and being, or how you say, the mindset of being out there like that. That's pretty much basically promiscuous. Well, in the terms of a woman dressing, wanting attention, seeking attention based on her outfit,
Exactly.
her attitude, looking to throw the fishing line out there and attract, basically. And whether she acts on it or not, that's just, to me, another term. But I'm just going to say numbers. You know the numbers.
Yeah, but I think the reason why it got so so highlighted, and the reason why it was, I guess they got so offended by it was because I was talking in the context of a woman. But you also have promiscuous men. You know, it was even one of the women, she asked the question of, oh, well, what about these promiscuous men? Yo, Don, what's good? Yo, you and Blake want to get up here, man, and get y'all take on it? So, you know, I was like, well, you know, what about them? Because she came in and she asked a vague question. You know, what about the promiscuous men? Okay, what specifically are you asking me about these promiscuous men? What about them? Like, I mean, are you saying with them being, you know, dating multiple women, or them having sex with multiple women, or them, what's up, cuz? Or them having multiple baby mamas? Like, what's the context that we talking about? You can't just ask me a vague question like that and expect me to give you some type of answer. You know, it's just like when me and you was talking earlier, man, and we was chopping it up. And, you know, honestly, to answer that question of the status, yeah, we talking about what makes somebody promiscuous. Yeah, so the thing about it is, man, to answer that question of the status, which is would a man date a woman that's dating multiple men?
Oh, that.
I'm just gonna say, just straight up, any man that is operating like healthy in his masculinity, that is gonna be unacceptable to him. I don't care what it is. I don't care like what the stakes are. I don't care about having game and all this crap. Any man that is grounded in his masculinity and in his manhood is not going to accept a woman that is entertaining other men.
Right.
Point blank, period.
Say, I ain't.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing about it is, you know, you allow yourself to be monopolized by a woman, and then you do all of this investing in her, and then what if she end up choosing one of the other guys? Now you all butthurt if you really like this woman, and now you ready to kill everybody.
Sucker.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You know.
Sucker MC.
Or let's say if you and the girl is like, you know, hitting it off. Oh, like Don wanna come up here. So let me bring Mr. Don Julio.
Say Don Juan.
Yeah.
Say flip it on him, man. Flip it on him, man.
Yeah, say come on up here, boy.
But yeah. Nowadays that's the type of stuff that's acceptable. Acceptable for her.
What's the word, dog?
What's going on?
I had to get off, man.
Oh no, for sure. What up,
yeah. What's what's your take on what we saying here?
Hey, you know what somebody always told me?
What's up?
If she a hoe, you let her go.
Exactly. Hey, she for the streets, man.
Wash
you know
your hands up.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, you know, the thing about it is, man, this whole, for one, okay, I don't know if you've seen it when I gave context to the meaning of the word promiscuous and also the history of it. Did you see that part?
I see that one.
Yeah, so we talked about the definition of it. So it is like having multiple casual sexual partners, but it also means like a mixing, you know, indiscriminate mixing and selection when it comes to like a group or things, or it can even be emotional. You know, so you can be promiscuous in many ways. It could be a type of behavior. And then the thing about it is, with the etymology of the word, it came from it's actually a Latin word, promiscuous, which comes from two root words, the prefix pro, which means forward and intensive, miscer, which means to mix. And the word originally meant like mixing with a certain type of crowd, or like having a group with a lot of disorder. And it didn't get
certain type of crowd.
yeah. And so it didn't get the connotation of sexual indiscrimination until the mid 1800s. That's when the sexual aspect came into it.
That's when it evolved.
Oh yeah, that's when the Caucasians came in.
Well, the word came about in the 1600s. So it was already around for like 200 and some years prior.
Yeah, I was talking shit though. Damn.
Well, no. 100, I'm sorry, 150 years prior. So, then in the mid 19th century, that's when it developed the sexual connotation. So I was saying that because it was a couple of young ladies who were trying to debate me and saying, well, promiscuous means sex. Well, yes and no. You see what I'm saying?
So it's what they doing
Yeah,
before it lead to that.
You got more than one meaning to it.
It's the lead.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, what is promiscuity? Promiscuity it is having multiple sexual partners, but it also can be dressing a certain way in public that is like inappropriate and very revealing. It can also be
very harsh.
it could be a misconduct of sexual behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like if a woman came,
that's all I'm about to say, like being like flirtatious or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it can also be dating multiple people without a real agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, I don't even like to, you know what I'm saying? Because where I'm at right now, man, in my life, I don't even want to waste my time dating a woman. You see what I'm saying? Because dating is still a fairly new concept that didn't exist before colonization.
So what you gonna call it, courting?
So how would you?
How you gonna switch the term up? Because technically you
that's
is gonna be dating.
Like
You gonna be
hold
dating.
on.
What? You know what I'm saying? So how would you go about that then? If you was like to pursue a woman, how would you pursue a woman then?
So originally, people didn't date. People got married. You either were married or you wasn't. And the thing about it is, if a man was interested in a woman's in a woman, what he would do is he would go to her father. Hey, I like your daughter. You know, I wanna pursue her. I wanna make her my wife. Da 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 da. And then him and the father would sort that out.
But
that's how it went originally. So
I mean, that's still the culture in some places of the world.
I mean, yeah, that's like
but here
that's not,
we don't have that order. That's why it's important. That's why manhood is so important, because we came and we brought that protective layer which eliminated the promiscuity. You see what I'm saying? When you had the father there, he was there to screen all the men that were trying to pursue his daughter. And he was there to pick the best one that was like the most qualified to actually be able to come in and step up and take his position.
Right.
You know, and then you also had brothers, uncles, you got grandfathers, you had all these men that all played like, they were all like the walls and the barriers that kept the riffraff out.
Yeah. No form of protection, like, you know.
Yeah. But once the family element, like once the masculine element got broke down in the family, that's when all of this stuff started to happen. That's when, you know, this whole concept of dating started, and then, you know, women were able to be quote unquote deflowered, because that's what that means.
Say deflowered.
Yeah, where you having sex with a man that's not even your husband, or that you're not even trying to build a family with. Y'all just kicking it or just dating. And then we wonder why we have a lot of broken homes.
A lot of them.
Yeah. It's because we missing that element.
So basically, you want to give your daughter to somebody who she don't necessarily like.
Well, remember,
Probably just he want to do it.
He does. I don't care what you feel. I feel he's better go.
well, remember. Here's something we gotta understand is that we live in a society where we don't know how to see life without emotions and without living our lives trapped in our emotions all day and what we want and what our urges are and all of that. So for us to try to grasp that type of concept, it is really beyond our trajectory because we live in a society where 24/7, man, we always in our feelings, we always like giving in to our urges. You know what I'm saying?
The concept of women being promiscuous?
Huh?
You talking about the concept of women being promiscuous?
Well, I'm not even talking about a woman just being promiscuous. I'm just talking about like how we as Americans here in this Western society, like how we are conditioned. You know, we don't know how to like live life outside of what we feel.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
what we feel that's, I say right or whatever, per se, whatever.
yeah, but you know, like what you feel, like what's right is not even based on what you feel. What's right is based on principle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's regardless to how you feel about it. Like for instance, I could love a woman all day, but if I know this woman is not good for me, then why am I gonna pursue this woman? Because I got strong feelings about her.
Right.
But I know that if I get with this woman, she's gonna destroy me. That's not logical thinking.
That's why I always say you just treat people accordingly. I mean, so you know who you dealing with and treat them accordingly. That's, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You gotta have some type of criteria that you are able to judge the situation based off of. Like you have to have some type of value system. If you don't have that, then how do you know? How can you judge the situation if you don't even have a concept of right and wrong?
I mean, how can you know if that person ain't if she ain't right for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it, bro. It's a lot of things we do in our society, man, where we like violating a lot of things and we don't even realize we doing it.
Like
what? Yeah, I'm about to say like what?
Okay, well, you see what I just talked about, the idea of dating, that's one of them. Like, the goal of a man and a woman coming together should be about family and nothing else.
I mean,
that should be the goal.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been.
It shouldn't be about let me get my rocks off with this woman because she look good, or that ass fat, them titties big. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she a freak. I know she can suck dick. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't even be
a man that think like that is basically somebody who's not looking to be in a relationship.
Yeah, that's somebody who is not. That's somebody who's not grounded. He's not grounded in his manhood.
Those rules that you talking about don't apply to him because that's not what he's looking for.
He's not trying to be.
Okay,
once he gets to the point, as they say, you old enough. I ain't reached the age like you just said. I'm ready to settle down. He's gonna think about and know what he wants in a woman, how he wants her to act and carry herself, and he's gonna go after that. But most younger people, dudes and
what's
kids
up, Big
and stuff
Al?
like that, they just want to go have fun. So
but
they're not looking for.
You heard what you just said, right? They want to go have fun.
Right.
That's the mentality of the average American. I want to have fun. And then we wonder why all of this promiscuous behavior is taking place. It's because of having fun.
But there's difference between a man
I
and
blame
a...
the rap music.
Is it, huh?
Huh?
I blame the rap music, damn it.
It's bigger than the rap music. It's bigger than the rap music.
It's different between a woman and a guy though. It's a difference.
The rap music is just a symptom.
But where it came,
it came from
the environment in which you grew up in.
The rap music is just one of the arms in which it's being socially engineered. But that's not even the source of where it came from.
It's based off the environment of the people of us, because it's basically black. It's a black genre.
The entertainment is definitely a factor, though.
So
in the way society move and all that shit, the way motherfuckers think, you know what I'm saying, the way people, man, they play a big part though.
Before rap,
yeah, but you know the way you think,
about drugs and all
the way you think, the way you perceive, the way you know what I'm saying, the way you behave. Where did all that come from?
It can come from
the product of
numerous places, numerous different places.
Where did it come from?
I ain't talking about just rap though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like just as far as just entertainment, period. Like,
yeah, what I'm telling you though,
rock music.
Yeah,
rock.
But what I'm saying is the entertainment is just one of the arms. That's not even the source. I'm asking you to dig deep and to think about where did all of this behavior, which even formed the entertainment, where did that come from?
Where my concept of the world come from? Or are you saying where did the concept of the world come from?
Your concept, the people you know around you who live by the same values you live by, where did y'all concept come from?
They come from the way they shape society.
You say that again?
The way they shape society. The way they molded society to be like.
You say the way they molded society to be like?
Right.
Who molded society to be like that?
The people who operate this world. I know that. Y'all know who that is.
Okay, so the colonizers, huh?
If that's what you want to call them.
Right. So now that we've gotten that, so now this is where you think about where the concept of dating and all of these ideas, like all of these things that broke down the family, and then, you know, you look at what set the tone for all this type of behavior to come about. Right?
What did set the tone?
We just said it. The people who raised you are the ones who basically molded your mind to perceive reality a certain way, right?
Like your parents or whoever raised you?
Well, who raised your parents? And then who raised your parents' parents, and who raised them?
Man, at the end of the day, everybody grow up and understand what thinking is and what you get. At some age, you know right from wrong. So
how do you know right from wrong?
Because you know, it's when you cross the street, you're supposed to look both ways, or you might get popped by a car.
No, you didn't just come out your mama's womb just knowing that. I
just said you grow up and develop that based on being taught what's right from wrong.
All right, so that's the thing.
So it ain't about who taught your parents to do this, who taught this, who taught that.
Yes, it is, because that matters.
That's just prelonging something, leaving dead space.
That's not prelonging. That's not prelonging nothing, bro. That is history. Listen, things don't just happen out of nowhere. Everything that exists,
not a coincidence.
Everything that exists has a history.
Cool.
Even you.
Cool. Exactly. I have a history. My parents have a history. Their parents have a history. We get that.
Okay.
So
how can you sit here and say that history don't affect you to this day?
We're not saying it don't affect me.
But you trying to cancel it out and say, oh, well, none of that matter. Yes, it do.
No.
Because all of that is what led up to what made you who you are.
You grown now, right?
Yeah.
You know right from wrong, right? So whatever if you as an individual learned your ancestral history, all that stuff, or family history, it's been a long line of our family going through this, and don't nobody want to break the mold. Whoop de whoop de whoop. You grown as hell now. You can break that mold.
Well,
it's no energetic thing holding you back.
Let me stop you right there.
Nothing like that.
Let me stop you right there.
You can think for
because
yourself.
your age don't make you grown. Your mentality make you grown.
You grown. That's why I just said you grown as hell, right?
Yeah, but
so you can think for yourself, correct? You can make those right decisions
I can think for myself.
You can make those right decisions for yourself, right? So nobody can peer pressure you into doing nothing you don't want to do.
But hold on. I also have a support system around me too.
Cool. That has nothing to do with you making the decision.
Yes, it does.
They can give their opinion to you. That's like you giving your opinion, bro. I said, no, you going through this. You shouldn't do it like that. Maybe you should do it this way. Cool. That's your opinion to me. I'll go talk to somebody else. They give me their opinion. At the end of the day, I'm going to listen to both sides. And at the end of the day, I'm going to make my own decision.
Okay. And what if you make a choice that bites you in your ass?
Then that's a decision that I made, and I have to live with that.
That's showing that you're not mature. Because maturity is about making the best decision that is going to benefit you.
Who said your opinion is the best decision?
You say what?
But who said your opinion is the best decision for that person?
Yeah, that don't mean you not mature.
It just happened. You rolled the dice.
So hold on. Let me get this straight. And you right, Big Al, but there's a context to that.
What Big Al said?
So Big Al said even old people make young people mistakes.
Oh, exactly.
Which is true, but it's also context to that. So here's the thing.